Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video contains every piece of information that you need to know for getting the answers for match the following question types correct. So I will begin with a small question. I'm not starting with the theoretical knowledge first. I'm taking up one question and take you across how to attempt it, what is the strategy and how you can improve. So let's get started. As you see, I have placed the screenshot. It has two sections. One is the top bar, the second is the bottom box. So here, bottom box has no role to play until the audio narration starts. What is important here is just the top box, alright? So when the audio has not begun, we have to utilize that few minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, it is not even 1 to 2, actually it's 30 seconds to 1 minute. You have to utilize that time and quickly read all the options. While you are reading, do not forget to highlight the important words. For now, you can see there are just two words max, so there's no need to highlight. You can still do it for your convenience, but when the options are long, it plays a very important role. Because when the narration is being spoken, it is where you correlate with the option. You have to pick that word, you have to catch that word that is being said in the narration and catch the same word in the option, and that is your answer. When I say that you have highlighted and you have quickly read all the options, I also mean that you have understood the meaning. You cannot work mechanically. You have to simultaneously be aware on what you are reading. It is not just about underlining or quickly going through the options. Now, once the speaker starts saying, it is where the bottom box comes into play. The role is that the speaker will always speak about one option, then another, in a sequential, in a chronological manner. It will never be the first option is spoke about first, then third, then again coming back to second. So what you need to do is you need to just keep a point on which option is being spoken about. That's it. You have to be aware of what question we are on. That's it. So that's the role of the bottom box. Now let me take you to the strategy, how you can deal well with this question type. The audio that is being played towards the back, in the background, you have to ensure that you keep a track of it. Your focus is completely there. Why? Because each and every sentence the narrator will be speaking will be paraphrased. What I mean by paraphrasing, I have explained in my previous videos. Paraphrasing means that word to word narration is not there, rather the meaning is conveyed but with different set of words, which could be synonyms, antonyms, different parts of grammar, but the meaning would be same. So what I mean is, when your option in the top box is suppose XYZ and the narrator is talking about that option, he will not say XYZ, he will say ABC, but the meaning of ABC and XYZ would be same. Did you get it? So that's the key here. You have to ensure, one, that the sentences are paraphrased and you're able to get the meaning well. Second is, what the narrator do is, he tries to speak one sentence that will be one of your options, but then he will say but, however, try to reject it or say, oh no, this cannot be the answer. He will say something like that after mentioning the option. So what happens is, many of the IELTS test takers here, they commit a mistake because they hear that sentence. They think that, oh yes, the narrator has spoken this sentence, hence this is the answer. But this is the mistake. The sentence will be spoken definitely and it will be a part of your option, but after some time the sentence would be rejected and the correct answer would be given. So be aware of these words like but, however, no, I deny, anything that is negative in nature and that is leading to a rejection of one option. So these are the two things that you have to keep in mind, and that's the strategy of these type of questions. And towards the end, I have to add that attentiveness has to be maintained, otherwise you cannot attempt any kind of question under the listening section. Now let me take you across one question like I showed you, and I will play the audio narration so that you understand how we deal with the questions in reality.
Now listen and answer questions 26 to 30.
Okay, now let's think about actually giving the presentation. You've You've only given one before, if I remember correctly, about an experiment you'd been involved in.
That's right. It was pretty rubbish.
Let's say it was better in some respects than in others. With regard to the structure, I felt that you ended rather abruptly, without rounding it off. Be careful not to do that in next week's presentation.
Okay.
And you made very little eye contact with the audience because you were looking down at your notes most of the time. You need to be looking at the audience and only occasionally glancing at your notes. Your body language was a little odd. Every time you showed a slide, you turned your back on the audience so you could look at it. You should have been looking at your laptop. And you kept scratching your head, so I found myself wondering when you were next going to do that, instead of listening to what you were saying.
Oh,
I pause it here. I have attempted first three options for you guys. Now let me reiterate, how I picked the correct answers. If you heard it well, you must have heard for option 26. It said that the structure, it didn't end well. What do you mean by conclusion? Conclusion means the ending of any paragraph or any essay. So end well is conclusion. So it said that it did not end well. That means it lacked a conclusion. Hence my answer is option A. I hope you guys also got it right. Coming to 27th, eye contact. It said that, it was not something that the teacher there was expecting, which means it was not enough. There's no other option that is correlating to not enough or not something that was expected. Hence the answer is C. Coming to 28, about the body language, it was pretty, lengthy, but the conclusion was, it said that the body language was not good and I was not able to concentrate on what you are saying, on listening. Rather, I was watching you scratching your head, which means that it was sometimes distracting. So answer is D. I hope you guys also got all the three answers correct. So did you see that what is mentioned in the box is something different than what is being spoken, but the meaning is the same? So that is what I have described and guided you in this video. Please practice more questions. I have picked up one question from Cambridge English Book 13 and the answers are in the description of this video. So do watch it, practice it well. If you have any queries, you can write the question in the comment section and I will reply to you. Stay tuned to my more videos.